Yeah, yeah. Little did they know this is our second attempt at this episode.
Oh man, I
So
shouldn't have said
technically,
anything.
this is our third episode in like the last week. We're killing it. All right, welcome back, Father Vice, Daughter of Fire. We took a little break last time, but get it back to the more regularly scheduled episodes. So let's jump
Mhm.
right into it. Oh, you know what? Actually, let's jump right into it. You read a Bran, a Daenerys, and a Catelyn chapter. So still no Ned. Ned has been MIA for a minute.
I know. And like these ones, it's not like these people are like in like, the big like
Yeah, right.
where everything is happening. Like these are
Yeah.
boring. Like they're not boring, but it's like I want to get to like the actual good stuff, guys.
It is kind of crazy that it peaks with everything that happened in um I'm trying to blank on the city name, King's Landing, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
now all of a sudden, it's like he's teasing us. He knows that we want to get right back to it, but
Bro, I know. Um, but yeah. So we start with Bran. He talks about these people that I think they're coming to Winterfell, and it's the Car Starks.
yep.
And it just sounds like a
Can you hear my
knockoff.
baby crying in the back?
Yes, I can.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's nap time, and she's been up since like 4 a.m. So
Oh
she's
my
yeah,
gosh.
she's extra cranky at the moment.
My goodness. It's okay. It's not too bad, so it's okay.
Okay, all right.
Um, but
I wonder if I
the
can I temporarily mute my mic when I'm not talking?
yeah, at the bottom probably. Oh. Yeah, dang, it's like I'm talking to myself now. Okay. So we got
I
the
don't know if I can like unmute quick enough so I can laugh so that that it's not just like you're laughing by yourself.
so it's just like I'm like talking, I say a joke, ha ha ha, and then quiet again. I would not like that. It's probably fine.
All right.
Um, okay, so yeah, the car Starks, and then they mentioned the car hold. It just sounds like I don't know, like a knockoff version of the Starks.
So
Um,
the interesting thing about the Carr Starks used to be part of the Stark family, and then
oh,
generations back they split. I think there was an individual named maybe Carhold or Carr something, so that's why they called them the Carr Starks. So you have the Starks and then the Carr Starks. So
mm,
it's like an offshoot from the Starks, actually.
that makes sense. I was wondering why like the name was like so close when like all the other names like in this book are like completely different. But
Yeah.
um, then like they mentioned like some people in the car Starks. We have Lord Rickard, Harrion, and the Eddard, and then Torin. And
And
Lord Rickard is like the dad, and then the three are the sons, I think.
I do think that the fact that they named them Rickard, which is after I think Ned's dad, because his
Mhm.
name is Rickard, and then they named somebody else Ned. I
Mhm.
assume that they're younger than Ned. So I think the fact that they're have similar names are probably just an indication that they're close. That they
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And so then it's just saying that, or Bran was like, yeah, it's like really hectic here. They have like all the houses coming together. I think like Rob probably called them. Oh, like this is the calling of the banners, right?
Hey,
Yeah.
look at Rob actually, doing something
Unlike
logical.
some people.
Yeah.
So I was like, dang, they're like, or I'm like questioning, like, are they preparing for war? Because I low-key totally forgot about that. That like Rob, I don't really totally know what's going on, but like I know it's like they're going to go fight. Like I think they're going to the Lannisters or something. I don't really know, to be honest, but
So it was getting pretty tense even before Ned got captured
mhm.
because Catelyn captured
Oh
Tyrion,
right, yeah.
so they were already like right on the brink of war. Now the fact that they captured Ned, like it's almost inevitable now.
Yeah. So Brandon is like, yeah, there's a lot of people at Winterfell. And he keeps mentioning that like he's not Rob, he's like Lord Rob, meaning he's
Mhm.
like really this like
It's
he's
not the
the Lord.
brother. Yeah, it's the
Right, yeah. So then Bran goes to the God's Wood and he's basically praying. He's like, please, protect my brother, make sure like my family gets back safe, like my dad, my sisters. Um, and then uh, it just mentioned again that Rob is like planning to like ride off to war like really soon. Like it's gonna happen now.
Yeah.
And then oh, there was a new guy. His name is Great John, and he's like Rob's right hand man.
Yeah. Great John Umber.
And then Rob was just like wishing Ned was here. They received Sansa's letter, and Rob was also mad. He was like, "Dude, no mention of Arya whatsoever. Like, this is crazy."
Somebody that
Um,
actually cares about their siblings.
dude, literally. And then again, Brandon is just worried that like everyone that goes to the south, like just like never comes back. He's like, "Yeah, our
Mm,
dad's
I
our
know.
dad's dad like went to the south, never came
Oh,
back.
yeah.
So did like our dad's brother went to the south,
Yeah.
never came back."
People call
Um,
them uncles.
oh my god. Well, Brand didn't. Thank you. Um, and he was just saying like now like Rob is going and like my dad's there and like my sisters are there and they're probably not gonna come back.
That's so sad. That's so true.
Bro, I know. Um he says it says Rob plans to go to River Run with a sword in his hand. And then this is where I think it's pronounced Osha. She was the girl that they captured in I forgot where they were, low key, but
Yeah, the woods. I don't know if there
yeah.
was a particular spot in the woods.
Yeah, and then she was talking to Bran, she was like, "Do you hear the gods, like, talking back?" And he's like, "What? No, I don't hear anything, it's just the wind." And she's like, "Dude, the gods are saying that, like, good luck for real because we can't help your brother since, like, there's no, godswood, like, south since they, like,
Mm.
cut all the woods down." And then she also talks about the others, so I don't remember what she said, but it was mentioned.
I mean,
And
she
then
makes the point of you need to tell your brother he's going the wrong direction.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
go. Okay, I wasn't sure if you're
No,
good
you're
with
no, you're good. Right
it.
after that, she was like, she said Rob should be taking his swords north instead of south.
Right. And as the reader, we were introduced on the prologue. Like we know what the threat is, and then we got
Yeah.
the chapter with John. Like these people come back to life, like they are a threat.
Oh,
So the
dude, yeah.
fact that all of these people are going to get caught up in this more superficial threat amongst each other when the entire world has a legitimate threat the other way.
Right, yeah. Um, I totally forgot about the
John,
yeah, and when that guy came back to life, oh my gosh.
yeah,
So then Rob like officially leaves. Bran says bye to him. Rickon is like been upset since day one. Really, he's throwing tantrums. Yeah, I remember it said he cut somebody up. Like he's just not having a good time. So he like doesn't say bye to Rob. He's
and
like up
then
in his little room or something.
his dog ended up like going kind of wild too and
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
attacked somebody. So yeah, Rickon's in bad shape.
yeah. And then Rob is basically like, "Hey, like you got to take care of Winterfell," and so Bran is like by himself as a Lord of Winterfell until Rob comes back. So,
I remember I was thinking like how difficult it must be for Rob having to be like the man of the house essentially.
mhm.
Now it's freaking the 10
Dude,
year old or
yeah, I
however
know.
old he is. I think he's younger than that.
Yeah, dude, I know it's crazy, and like also he can't like people like also don't like look at him as like
Right.
a
Yeah.
Stark or like a Lord. I remember he was sitting. Rob was like at some like meeting or something, and he was sitting in like a dining hall or whatever, and the banners that Rob called are like sitting with him, and Bran overhears one of like the younger brothers. I think it was of the Karstarks, but I don't know. It says they said something like Bran the Broken, and I was
I
like,
know that's so
Bran the
sad.
Broken, that's crazy. Um,
Yeah, that
but
sucks.
yeah, so like I don't know. It's sad. He's all by himself, and bro doesn't know anything. He's like a summer child or whatever you call it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sweet summer child.
but yeah, that was the end of
He gonna
Bran.
learn.
Yeah, and then Danny's next, but yeah, that was the end of Bran.
Yeah, I think the OSHA thing was like a big metaphor
Mhm.
for the situation. Um, and then obviously the logistical thing of Rob leaving. I think those are the two big takeaways from that chapter.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting Rob to leave so soon. Like I know it's been like it's been a bunch of chapters since like the
Sure.
first like, I don't know, thing, but yeah, like bro's gone now. Like that's crazy. And
Winterfell's
it's
empty,
only
man.
Bran.
I
Dude,
know.
yeah. I know, and like even Bran was like, dude, like now it's all empty and like all that's left is like old men and women and children. I'm like, dang, that's sad.
And if you really think about it, it's probably Maester Lewin that's really running the show.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
know, so Bran is the figurehead, but he's only going to do what Maester Lewin tells him.
yeah. Dang. So Mr. Lewin, bro's holding it together for
Lord
real.
of Winterfell.
um. Okay, so then we get to Dany, and at the beginning, she's like talking to Drago, and she's like, "I want like my son needs to be like the heir of like the seven kingdoms or whatever," and like she wants him to sit on the iron chair, and Drago's like, "Bro, like the what is it? The sound who mounts the world has no need for iron chairs," and then I think he like goes and hunts, and that was
Yeah.
pretty much it. She was like, "Dang, like okay." Once after he hunts, because I think they were looking for like the I don't know some like I thought it said lion, but they're looking for some like animal to kill.
Isn't it like a white lion? Like a
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Which is
yeah.
kind of interesting because didn't Robert go after the white stag? There
Oh
seems to
shoot!
be some kind of, this idea
Oh
of like an
yeah,
albino animal being a special hunt.
yeah. I mean, like that makes sense though. Like they're pretty rare, so I guess it's like fancy because they're
Increases,
rare.
yeah.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, she wants Drago to go to the west to the Seven Kingdoms, but like he doesn't want to because you have to cross the sea, and like their entire thing is like, bro, that sea is evil because like horses can't drink from it. So like, why would I want to go over there?
All it
Um,
is salt. Like, so,
yeah,
it's just salt water. Like,
and they're like, it's evil, it's
yeah.
evil. And so, but she's like really adamant about this because she's the last heir, and she was like, with Viserys dead, like it's up to me, bro. Like I gotta rule, or really her son. But um, so anyway, she gets Jorah. She's like having like, damn, like I gotta go home. Like this can't be my home, really. But like I don't know. She's having a bunch of thoughts, and then Jorah's like, "Hey, do you want to go to the market?" She was like, "Yeah, that'd make you feel great." So then she goes to the market. They're just like walking around or whatever, and he says, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go get like look for a letter from what's his name, Illyrio."
Illyrio.
Illyrio, yeah, yeah, yeah. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll go get the letter." And she's like, "Okay, I'll come with you." And he's like, "No, no, 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 just like walk around, have fun or whatever." And then he like rushes off, and that's like the first like sketchy thing that I've seen him do. And even Dany recognizes too. She's like, "That's weird. Like, why can't I just come with him?" But then she's like, "Oh, maybe he just wants to sleep with women, whatever."
Right,
And
right,
then like
yeah.
shrugs it off and like continues. The red door was mentioned again. She's like, "Damn, like I want to go home. Like the smells of like the market remind me of my home in the house with the red door." Um, and then she goes to this wine stand, and the guy is like, "Oh, you're they." I forgot what they call her, the like Khaleesi or something,
Khaleesi.
Khaleesi. And then she also says like, "Oh yeah, but I'm like a Targaryen." And then he gives her this like special wine. Um, and he's like, "Oh, I think." She was like, "Oh, okay, like I'll take this back and like me and my husband will like share it together." And then Jorah comes back and he's like, "Don't drink that. Don't take that." And um what happens? Oh, and then, Danny's like, "Oh, like why?" And he makes the merchant. He's like, "Hey, like open this up for me." And the merchant's like, "Oh, like I shouldn't be opening this, it's for her." He's like, "Bro, just open it." And so he opens it, and then he was like, "Take a drink." And the merchant didn't want to take a drink. Instead of taking a drink, he like throws something at Danny, and then he starts to book it. And so then they like I forgot who did it, but like someone like whipped him and like caught him by
He was
like
one of the
the
blood rudders
yeah, 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 yeah. So that was it. And then Danny was like, "Dude, how did you know it was poisoned?" And he was like, "Oh, I received
because
this
I'm a
letter from."
traitor. Oh no.
No, literally. He was like, "Oh, I received this letter from I always forget how to say his name, bro.
Illyrio.
Illyrio. Um, and like basically he was just saying that's how I knew it, and like we'll talk about it later. And so
I've got a
like
couple
yeah,
questions for you.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we know that King Robert was trying to kill her, and we know that Jorah is giving information back to King's Landing because he's trying to earn a pardon so that he can come back home. So I think it's safe to assume that this assassination attempt was from King Robert, assisted by Jorah, which is how I think Jorah knows that this person was trying to, because he's, he probably suggested it, like, hey,
Yeah.
whatever, I'll make sure that she goes to the market, or all that. Why did he then stop it?
I think like he spent so much time with her. There's no way he doesn't I don't know, feel like I don't know, care for her in some
Okay.
way. Like I don't know, if I don't know how long this has been, but months,
Sure.
months and months and months or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I would feel bad that I was killing this girl after so many months of hanging out with her. Not hanging out, but
Right.
like
Yeah.
around her.
For sure.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. Well, oh, so then they get back, and then Jorah tells Dany that Robert offered lands and lordships for her brother's death.
One more time,
Like
say that again.
Robert, like King Robert,
Okay.
offered lands and lordships for her and her brother's death, or her brother's death. So it was like, I don't know what he said, word for word, but he was like, oh yeah, King Robert was saying that I'll give land and lordships to you for
Killing
having
him.
for
Okay.
your brother's death. And then Danny was in disbelief basically. But that was, I mean, they didn't really talk further about that. That was the end of that. And then she tells him to light the brazier. I think that's how you say that thing.
Yeah.
And then she puts the eggs in there, and I was not expecting that at all. She puts the dragon eggs in there, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's gonna happen now!" And then they did nothing. So, but yeah, she puts the eggs in there because she's like, "Dude, I feel like crazy. I'm just gonna put the eggs in there."
Have
And
they talked about how heat is associated with these things? Does she ever mention how that it seems like they're giving off heat, or they're warm, or anything
I
like
think,
that?
yeah. She's mentioned a couple times that they're warm to the touch.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think that was it pretty much.
Okay.
But yeah, she says that they probably glimmer and shine or whatever while they're in the fire, but they don't hatch. Um, and then the coal burns out and everything, and they're smoking and everything, but no hatching. And then Drago comes back, and he says he'll give Danny the 17th. They'll ride to the west, so he basically agrees. Okay, I'll, I guess I'll give your son the iron chair.
Yeah. And I think his change of mind was due to the fact that they tried to kill her, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of
That was it.
interesting. If you think about King Robert, he's dead, but let's say he's still alive, and he's trying to make sure that these Targaryen people don't try to come and take his throne. So he's trying to kill him. Well, if he wouldn't have done anything, Drogo would be like, no, we're staying on this side. But because he tried to kill it, that's actually what's bringing it over. So it's just kind of ironic there.
Yeah. I was not expecting them to I don't know. I didn't think that they would be coming over. I thought this was two separate things, and now that Danny's supposed to be coming over to the Seven Kingdoms, dang, are we gonna get I don't know? Is she gonna meet them? Is she gonna
Do you
see the
think they'll
Lannisters?
come before or after the baby's born?
I don't know when that baby's supposed to be born, because I feel like she's been 9 months pregnant for ever. So I don't know. Do I think she'll the baby will be born before they get there, basically, or
Sure.
after? I think before, because I'm pretty sure she's really pregnant right now.
Okay.
So I'm assuming before they get there. And I don't know how far they are from the Seven Kingdoms or King's Landing or whatever, but I'm assuming it's gonna take a while. So
yeah, I don't. If I had to guess, maybe a boat ride of a few weeks to get across. I think that's about what it is.
Yeah. Then definitely before.
Okay.
But also, I don't want to wish ill on this baby, but is it even gonna make it?
Why do you say that?
I don't know. I just
He's gonna be the stallion that mounts the world.
okay. There's no way. I don't know,
No,
like
I mean, I say that kind of jokingly because prophecy, I think that's another like overarching either point or theme that George is really gonna hammer home a lot is that a lot of times in a book, like, oh, this great Harry Potter, right? The prophecy that whatever, and then it comes true, and
Mhm,
it's I don't want to say it's cliche to have like a prophecy that comes true within stories, but um I think George kind of makes it a point of like there's prophecy, like things may happen in that direction, not necessarily
mhm.
because of the prophecy, or maybe it
Mhm.
doesn't happen in the prophecy. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's interesting how there's a ton of prophecies, and some things are moving in the direction of them, and some things aren't.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, cause like, I mean, like, with prophecy, like, Viserys was, like, supposed to be, like, the next heir technically, right? And, like, bro's dead now, so it's
Well,
like
I mean, to be an heir is like like a legal claim, and not
mhm,
that's not necessarily like some prophecy about
true,
him.
true, yeah. Well, we'll see. If the baby doesn't, like, be born in the next, I don't know, next few chapters,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's happening, guys. But yeah, and then we had Cat. I didn't even, like, write much for this one. I didn't like, not a lot happened, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. I think that there's a decent amount of like military type posturing, but not a
Mhm.
whole lot of actual things happening.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So I don't even know like where she is when it first starts, but she sees the banners of the Starks like approaching, so she's like, "Oh, I gotta go meet Rob." And so she meets like Rob is like stationed.
Aren't they
She was
at
described.
Moat Kalen? Is
Yes, yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
okay?
Yeah. And I don't really like know what this was before, but there's three towers now. They have like the Gatehouse Tower, the Drunkards Tower, and the Children's Tower. Um, So yeah, but like she was like there used to be like a bunch of towers here and now there's only
Mm,
3. I don't really know what happened, but so she goes there. Rob is in the gatehouse tower, I think. I think that's one of the like sturdy ones too. Oh, and also this moat is like supposed to be like a really good place to like be stationed in terms of like safety, I guess,
defense.
because yeah, defense because there's like quicksand around them. There's fog. There's a bunch of like creatures out there. So like where they're placed is technically like a really good defense area. So she goes to Rob. Rob is in like some like fancy meeting or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, mother," and he says it with like a bunch of devotion because he's still a child.
I
I keep forgetting.
know.
Bro was like 15,
Yeah.
like, and he's like leading this war with all these like big men. Um, so Kat has like all of them leave after they like I don't know kneel to her and they're like, "Oh, thanks for like being here. It's nice to see like your face during this time of like crisis, I guess." And so then her and Rob talk. Uh, I think they mainly just they talk about the letter, and Kat's like, "Oh, this letter." She like reads it, and she's like, "This letter is not from Sansa. This is from Cersei, because it's talking about how like kind and caring the Lannisters are." And she's like, "Bruh, Sansa is not gonna say that." Um,
And she's kind of half true, right? Like clearly Cersei is making her write this letter.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But Sansa is also trying, like, her best outcome is for her and Joffrey to get married and for them to be
yeah,
like a happy family. So she's writing it with her own motivations, but it's also Cersei's words.
yeah. So they talk about that. They also talk about like war strategies. And like basically Cat's just trying to get him to like I don't know, think of the best plan because he's still a child obviously, so he doesn't have like, you know, like fighting
Yeah.
experiences. Like 'cause she was like talking about like, dude, like just like a year ago you were fighting with wooden swords.
Yeah.
So like this isn't probably like the best situation for you. And she was like, dang, like I wish I could send you back to Winterfell, but if I did, like no one would have respect for you because it's like I'm sending my child back to
Right.
bed.
Yeah.
Um so yeah, I honestly I think like the main things were they were talking about like war strategies. He came up with a good plan, I think. Um Oh, they talked about, like, all the fighting that was happening in the Riverlands, and basically how, like, Winterfell is just, like, cooked, bro. Like, everyone from Winterfell is, like, basically dead. Like, they all got, like, I don't know, like slaughtered low key. Um, and then oh my gosh, and then Robert was like, or not Robert, Rob, he was like, okay, like, thank you, I'll send you back to Winterfell. And she was like, nah, I'm actually gonna go see my dad and my brother. Dude does not want to go back to Winterfell. Oh my gosh. She like avoids that at all costs, and it's like so annoying because you don't need to be anywhere else but with your family. The family that you have left, really, because like anyway, that's how it ended.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, she has like a 3-year-old son, right?
Dude,
That
that's so crazy.
not to mention Bran, who just went through that horrific accident.
Right.
Bran is now the leader of Winterfell, which obviously is not a good situation.
Right.
Like, did they talk about her dad like being sick?
Yeah, she was like, I think
Okay,
my sick is or my dad is sick behind the like wall of River Run or something, and then my brother is surrounded by foes, so I gotta go help them out. Dude, what about like your son?
yeah,
Sons?
yeah.
Um yeah, that was
I
it.
think she's always loved being a Tully more than a Stark.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Because she was even like saying like when she first saw Rob, she was like, "Oh yeah, you look like my
I
brother, and
know.
like your
Yeah.
red hair and your red beard." And later on, she's like, "Yeah, you may look like my brother, but like you're definitely your father's son, or your father's son." Um,
I seen a funny like meme, and it had a drawing of Ned Stark, and he's accusing Cersei, saying, "All of your kids, they don't look like the dad." And then it
mhm.
shows like Sansa not looking like him, and Rob not looking like it.
That's
It's
funny.
like thank God for Arya.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And John, that's his son too, but not what's her face, Cat's son, or yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, I do feel like it's a little bit of a lull, like after the storm. Like it was building, it peaked, and then we get a little bit of a lull. Obviously,
Mhm.
some big story points to tie up. Let me see the book. Like where are you at? Like
Wait,
okay,
this
all
one.
right, yeah, shoot, 80% maybe
Yeah,
more than
that's
that.
crazy. That is so crazy.
Yeah. You're like 80% the year through your freshman year. You're almost a sophomore. You're almost done with Game of Thrones.
Bro, Dad, I'm like 90% through freshman year. I have like one
That's
more full
crazy.
month left.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the next 3 chapters?
I know Tyrion is next. So we
Okay,
got
I feel like
Tyrion.
it's been a minute since we've been with him.
Bro, no. Sansa. Wait, hold on, let me make sure. Yeah. Tyrion, Sansa. Ned! Oh, hi, Pepper.
Did I just ruin the Ned moment?
No, no, it's okay. That's crazy. Tyrion, Sansa, Ned.
Okay, all right. All right,
Wow.
predictions. Tyrion. Last we seen him, he was coming down off the mountain. He just got deemed innocent by the gods because Bronn beat some old dude.
Yeah.
So now he's got like a treacherous journey headed down the mountain.
Hmm.
You think he's gonna die there, or
Bruh, nah. Um, it's been so long since we've like read a Tyrion chapter. It's crazy because
Mhm.
I like that feels like so long ago. Wait, okay, so when I'm like not reading the character, like time still moves for them, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
like I don't know how much. Dude, I'm
This
so bad with like
this
the timing in this book.
is tough, but also I think that's a point to where it doesn't ultimately matter. You
True.
don't need to know. Okay, was it a week? Was it a month? It's just the next part of his story.
Yeah. Um, I'm hoping that he makes it off the mountain. Like I don't know, I don't remember like why this mountain was like treacherous.
There's a bunch of like wild clans that are
Oh
always
right.
the
Oh
mountain
wait,
clans.
didn't it end? It ended on something big. I swear, because he said that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wait.
All of
Do you
them,
remember?
they were camping, right?
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
they
yeah,
all
yeah,
came
yeah.
out and they were going to kill him. And he's like, I'll give you the Erie.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, so I'm assuming those people aren't gonna kill him because like he just said that he'd give them the Erie. I don't know how that's gonna go though, because
Timing wise, they might have skipped a bunch of time, and he might be at like the next major location, and then we might just
True.
get like a recap of how he ultimately got down off the mountain.
That's true. Okay. Well, I think it made it off the mountain at least. I feel
Where do
like
you
there's
think
not
he's
like
going?
that's what I was gonna say. I don't know like where he would go, like probably back to his family, but also like I don't know, like it's not like no offense, it's not like he's like needed anywhere. I feel like the Lannisters low key like don't care as much because don't they know that like he's not captured anymore by Cat? I don't know if they do or not,
Yeah, I
but
think
like
word
they haven't
probably
been
got out.
talking. I was gonna say they haven't been talking about him, so I'm like, I wonder if they are like still, oh, we gotta get Tyrion back, or if it's just like Tyrion's just out doing whatever.
Yeah, I think it might be more about him trying to figure out what's safest for him rather than his family trying to, protect him. Because he might have heard that Ned is now captured. So he's got to know
Mm,
war is about to explode anyway. So he's going to probably just try to get to safety.
yeah, yeah. Okay, well, then I think that he's definitely probably going back to like King's Landing, because I
Did
don't
they talk
really
about
like.
Casterly Rock? That's actually the Lannisters' home.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say like I recognize it, but I can't remember what it was. Um, hmm. I mean, I guess he could go there too. I don't know. Uh, yeah, maybe okay. Maybe he goes to Casterly Rock then, because it's not like he has any like
Needed.
thing. Yeah, yeah, at King's Landing. So the only thing that I was thinking is like he would, go for like to his family or whatever. But yeah. Anyway, okay, Casterly Rock. That's where he's
Okay.
going.
And then did you say
Sansa.
Sansa? Okay. All right.
Hmm.
At least that's like going to be a King's Landing centric chapter.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Uh, I'm hoping that like in the next few chapters, this is where she's gonna come to her senses and realize like, yo, like this is not gonna work out. This whole bearing Joffrey thing is probably not a good idea. Um, I don't, I don't think that like they're gonna, I don't know, because I remember when the last Sansa chapter, Cersei was just talking about like, hey, like I don't really know if I could like trust you technically because like you're a Stark and your dad like
You got
is.
Traitor's Blood.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm thinking maybe like they're not gonna like treat her like someone who's about to marry Joffrey, and maybe they'll just be like, okay, like we're gonna lock you in the room again.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't think for Sansa it's gonna go as good as she thinks it will. Yeah,
I think that's a good prediction. And then Ned.
dude, my goat Ned. So he's captured now, so I'm assuming he's gonna be like in some like cell. I don't really know what they're gonna do with him though, like execution, banishment. I mean, those are the top two, really.
Yeah. Remember last time you
So,
were like, banish them to the woods or something like that? That was
yeah. Yeah, sorry, I forgot that they can go to the wall.
yeah.
Um, hey, I mean, like that could be worse, because the others are there and the wildlings, so like banishment to the woods.
That's true.
But um, I think for his chapter, but they're probably just gonna be deciding on like what's gonna happen with him. Um, Yeah, and I'm assuming he's gonna get, like, no communication with, like, his family, so he probably doesn't know what's going on, but I think he still has, like, allies there, right? Like, not everyone was against him, but they
That
also I don't know, because I remember when he, like, first got captured, somebody died, I don't remember who, which I feel bad because I don't like, I don't know if it was someone important,
their
but
life wasn't important.
no, no, they
Um,
were.
yeah, I think that even if somebody wasn't his enemy per se, do they have the courage to stand up or do something good for him, knowing, you
Yeah,
know, yeah,
that's true. Probably not.
yeah.
Um Which sucks. That sucks. So I think yeah, Ned is gonna have a not so fun time by himself in in the cell. But yeah, and that's Ned.
All right. Well, um, I'm excited that you get back to Ned within the next little reading segment. So
I
we'll
know.
get back to the plot A.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That's all we got. We'll talk to you guys later.
Alright.